It's a beautiful day in paradise, blue sky. Our recent rains got rid of the smoke that we got from Washington, so it's really nice to breathe some fresh air. The unfortunate thing though is this may be my last week of actually even harvesting an elk this year. See all those fresh elk beds. This is where he was this morning. I think he rounded up his cows and took off. I think that's the only reason why he bugled, was just to talk to his cows, but not to me. But if I know these elk, there's kind of a notch right here, and they pull over, and they bed down there. I would just hate to waste my day after one that's run. And when I mean a runner, I've called in runners before. This may be the one I got a hold of earlier, and he pretty much straight up bucked it 6 miles into this basin here. So I'll see if I can work him up. And if I can see he's out there, I mean, I can see down there. It's just, sparse trees. I just got a glimpse of his tops. He's probably about 400 yards down there in that timber. I can't leave that one behind.
In order for me to call this bull in, I had to give this bull the silent treatment by quietly making my move to get in as close as I could without making a peep. I was able to get within 80 yards to him, and I challenged him to a fight. It started to feel like my plan was falling apart. The bull walked past me at about 15 yards with the brush covering everything except his rack. Then he started raking a tree behind an alder patch which still was covering the vitals. And on top of that, the wind switched and started blowing his direction, which caused him to bolt and head back to his cows. But I wasn't going to give up that easy. So before he completely went out of sight, I was able to cow call and stop him in a small opening at 48 yards. Unfortunately, I accidentally turned off my camera before I made the shot. It was just a series of unfortunate events. I was sitting right behind that spruce right there. And that first time the bull came through here, and all I could see was the tip of his rack. Came up here, raked some trees, and then after he smelt me, he did a loop. And he came out in the only little opening right here at 50 yards. And I let an arrow fly.
Oh, there's my arrow. Right past there, I can smell him. I stick this bull, and there's just nothing for a blood trail. It has taken me probably 2 hours to walk
maybe 150 yards, and I found his bed. There's a bed, some blood, but no bubbles, just dark red blood. Where in the heck did I hit him? Felt good. When I first pulled back, I was like 40 yards. And then when he popped out, I was like, ooh, that's farther. And I just started picking up my pins. It was like 45. I was like, maybe a little bit farther. And I picked him up a little bit more, and I let the arrow fly. And just, I mean, anything could have happened. I could have hit brush. But I mean, I have my arrow's full pass through. And usually when you get a blade that breaks like that, it's usually a rib, and it still completely makes its way through. I also forgot my water filter, so I boiled water to fill my mountain house with. I'll just do a couple loops. I just can't find any more blood. Maybe Trav's coming up, but I'm a long ways back here, so he's gonna be here pretty close to dark. That was the bed. It was next to that alder patch where I was filming last. Wow. But look at the fronts on that thing. Just typical old timber bull. Oh, I'm so relieved. Look at this guy. Wow. I don't even have words. I'm just so grateful that he went down. I was the highs and lows of hunting. One minute you're getting excited that a bull's coming in. The next minute you're sick to your stomach because you think you wounded an elk. That's the worst feeling in the world. And then to actually walk up on him dead and just having that high back, it's just a roller coaster of emotions. I honestly, realistically, I shouldn't even be down in this hole. I mean, it's not dark, it's not a dark hole, but it's a hole. Like Trav and I walked past this opening before, while looking at it from a distance and thinking, yeah, we're not gonna pack an elk out of there. Well, we will be now. Oh, Trav came to help. Thank you, Trav.
Yep. Brothers of four. I think I got COVID-19 just about 3 days into it, so feeling like crap.
Yeah. Travis was not feeling so good yesterday, but
quarantine myself, and then get a message from Tom saying that he stuck a bull, needed some help. So I did like a 6 or 7 mile death march in about 2 hours. Up and over a couple mountains.
Yes. This is a draw we always avoided for a reason, and I don't know, when you don't kill elk or even call in elk for a while, you start getting desperate. You go places where you don't expect to.
Don't want to pack them out of, but
yeah.
Tom's kids aren't going to go hungry this year.
And so this little cool alder draw with a little creek running through it, I just set these bags right on top of the alders. You don't want it to sit in the creek, that can spoil it. But it's sitting on these alders, and look, it's keeping it from touching the ground so it can cool down overnight. It's been cooled down around 40 degrees, so it should be fine. Let's pack out what we can tonight, and then we'll come back tomorrow to pack out the rest. Well, Trav and I are coming out heavy. We'll be back tomorrow for the rest of the meat and the rack. And maybe we'll get some help. Brought Trav and Dad with me. They helped me out with my elk.
Stored the meat last night in this little, right above this little cool water seam in the alders. So it had airflow underneath it, and it got good and cooled down. Dad.
Good bull, Tom. Yeah. Chocolate brown, too.
That's the second time I just thought I heard wolves howling, Tom. On top. It's way far off.
We'll do a one-day pound where we do the same thing like you and I did. Somebody on top of the ridge, somebody on the other side. Make sure to subscribe for more Stuck and Rut videos, and thank you for watching.
Tom's talking about wolf hunt now that he's got his elk tag filled.
Next episode, we'll be joining Travis on his Montana archery elk hunt, so stay tuned.